Yeah, so yeah, I'm editing this video right here. But yeah, y'all follow my social medias, like, comment, and subscribe on everything. I need my numbers going up. Like, comment, and subscribe on everything. And yeah, pretty much just continue with the video, and I hope you gain something towards the ending. And my social medias will be posted in the beginning of the video, and at the end of the video. So let me get on here real quick and talk to y'all about business, right? So like the introduction to how to start your business. First, first and foremost, just like every business, you gotta have your idea. A business starts with an idea, bro. Yes, like you gotta have structure, but it all starts with an idea first. So what's the idea? Like, what's the ideal market? Like, you know, do you want to work in? Do you want to work in the automotive department? Do you want to work in like being a hairstylist, bakery? Like, what is it that you want to do or create? And then that's when, once you figure that out, you will pretty much like do market research. And I say this, in order to figure out like exactly which business you want to get into and stuff, you got to figure out what you like. And I suggest doing that just by like doing what you call a um a personality, like a personality test. And put out your your likes and your dislikes, and then like stuff that you like kind of equally love. Um, to me, that will help you figure out what you want to get in business with, doing. And then, like I said, you got to do market research. So your idea is for number one, then market research is number two. Um, I'm gonna say this. So like when doing your market research, first and foremost, you need to come up with a okay. What am I trying to say? Okay, do a market, just do market research. Figure out your pros and cons. So like what I mean by figure out your pros and cons, like figure out the pros of the market. Like, does that market bring more revenue? Like the type of revenue, the type of traffic, the type of like, say for instance, when you're doing being a nail tech, you could, of course, like that market, it comes with like excellent income. It also comes with being artistic, like, very decorative. And then It comes with just it comes with being able to create your own schedule and that type of stuff. Like what's the pros and the cons? Like what does it come with? The good things that it comes with. That's like the pros, of course. Anybody would or just gotta have common sense when it comes to that. And then your cons, pretty much figure out your dislikes about the market. Like is it too like I'm gonna say this, figuring out the cons about the market, like just try to figure out the dislikes. Like I just said, the likes and dislikes. Like I guess a con, like for being a nail tech, is that you like of course it causes wear and tear on your body. Like that's a con for getting into that business where it's wear and tear. Um, Especially like on your fingers, because you're using your fingers all day, creating carpal tunnel. Like you could also say this like a con. I mean no, a con for this for being a nail tech is just like any business person would say, like it takes money to make money. However, being a nail tech, it does take a it does take a huge amount of spending, like especially on products. So is this like a it's pretty much what I'm trying to say. You want to know, is this like a risky market? Then once you figure out your pros and your cons of the market, then that's when I would suggest, like going to research, like doing. I mean, you still doing research, looking for the pros and the cons, but like what I mean by doing, like, this is where your actual research gonna come in at. So like first you're gonna want to you want to sit back and like sit there and just what am I trying to say? Oh Lord, yes. So like I said, you want to know the pros and the cons, and then you want to pretty much like when it okay, like research the value of the market. That's what I'm trying to say. Like the market value and like the spending and everything. Like what's the startup cost? Like you want to know all that information. Um, this is something I feel like you should want to know just for like better preparation. Cause like you don't want to go into business if you don't have to. You do not want to go into business like low funded. Um, so yes, figure out the cost of the market. And then once you figure that out, that's when I would suggest you get on. That's when would suggest you get on to doing like the physical market research. Um, like testing the market. So like say, like for instance, again for being a nail tech. Um, and when I say test the market, I mean you need to test everything. You need to test like everything down to the product and down to like everything that you're using. You need to test it just to see which one works best for you. So like for instance, like with being a nail tech, um, of course, like you have to know which, like, acrylic nail company to work with, to get like acrylic nails to glue onto your fingers. And then also with that, you have to have good like acrylic powder and stuff like that. Because not all brands of acrylic is good. Um, so that's what I mean by testing out the market. Or some people make their own acrylic. Again, that still comes with testing out your product and your market. Um, then next, after testing your product, that's when you would want to test your sales, like see see how everything will sell out. And or just put it out on the market for visual. Again, this is just to see what type of success it could bring. So um for example, like that's like a business owner, like before. Okay, let's use let's say like a carpet cleaner, for example. um Not all carpet some carpet cleaners don't clean like as good as others. So when when you're like manufacturing like a carpet cleaner, right? You want to make sure that it cleans as deep as possibly. Um, yeah, you want to make sure it cleans as deep as possibly, like, and after testing out testing out your physical product, and seeing which ones work best. you know that's when you want to put it on the market to try to see how it will sell, like if it'll flop or if it'll go crazy. I'm gonna say that. But y'all get what I'm saying. That's how I would that's how I would say, like, that's how you start a business to me. Like, and then of course, like, after that, after doing the market research and everything, that's when you would go into, like, during the paperwork and structural part. um Paying the fees, like, getting your EIN, registering your business through the state and everything like that. That's when you would go ahead and do that. Because me, I wouldn't suggest just like getting into a business that you don't love, or getting into anything that you don't love, because it never works out. So I say follow my steps when it comes to that, but at the same time do your own research. And so, okay, so I'm gonna go into detail, like in the next video, on how to properly structure your business. and do business registration and everything. I'm gonna go into that into the next video or in the next video. Um, so yeah, thank y'all for watching. I don't know if I explained everything good, but I tried. Um, yeah, thank y'all for watching.